Hello goodies, welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, How to Cook. And honey, your girl is here with your requested recipe, showing you how to make Jamaican HTB bun recipe, fast, easy and simple. So if you're here watching me for your first time, be sure you subscribe and turn on your post notification settings so you will always be reminded whenever I upload a brand new video. Let's jump right into the recipe. In my eyes, you're a star, girl. Hey, she fit me, and she give me love plenty. Yeah, she authentic. This are the real thing. Okay, goodie. Before I get started, let's clear this up. This is not your regular authentic Easter bun around Easter. This is your HTB bun that you'll find on the shelf every day of the week, okay? So we get that clear. Now, you ready for bake? Let's bake. In a container, I have sifted 7 cups of flour. Of course, you can use all-purpose flour. Do not use self-rising flour for the recipe. But I am using 7 cups sifted bread flour. Now to that, I'm going to add a tad bit of salt, a tad bit of ground ginger powder. To that ginger powder, I'm also adding some allspice, just a tad bit of that. I'm also going in with my nutmeg. Then I'm going in with some cinnamon powder. And then I'm going to add 2 packages of active dried yeast, okay? Use whatever you could find. This is what I have in my house right now, and that's what I'm using, okay? So we go ahead and we'll put that in there. And this right here is your dry ingredients. Just go ahead and give it a good mix, a good stir, and you're good to go here. Now, if you are following me for the very first time, if you're my new goodie, make sure that you are checking your notification settings, your bell, to make sure that it is in fact on. If it's not, turn it on because you don't want to miss any of these uploads, okay? We get that right. Now, moving right along, in a container, I added about 1 cup of Malta. Then I added some oil to it. Any regular kind of oil I have in your house. Added some almond extract as well. It's going to kick it up a notch. Then we're going to add some vanilla. Any kind of regular vanilla you have in your house, just put that in it. Put that all up in there. Gonna make this thing full of flavor. I'm adding my Blue Mountain molasses to it. Any kind of regular it doesn't matter the name, just add it all up in there. Now this is a jumbo size egg. If you're using small egg, make sure you had 2 eggs to it, but this is a jumbo egg, so I only can use 1 for the recipe. If you have a medium size egg, to use 2 instead. You want to give that a really good mix because that Malta right there has to be warm, so that way you activate your yeast once you pour it in. So make sure that is warm. So you have to mix that egg thoroughly because you don't want it to become scrambled in your container. Now after you smooth that all out, you go in and you add your brown sugar. Only brown cane sugar, organic sugar, any kind of sugar, but make sure you say brown, but do not use white granulated sugar. For this recipe, it's not going to work. Don't add that goodie. Now moving right along, we are going to combine the 2 together. Okay, simple right here. Just go in and start pouring in your warm mixture into your dry ingredients. Now if you're still here watching me baking, make sure that you subscribe to my second channel, Life is Juliana. The link for that channel will be listed down below, honey. So go ahead and click on that link, take you over there. Go ahead and subscribe. Show your girl some love. I'm waiting over there. I'm a vegan. Just go over there and subscribe, alright? Now, you want to give this a nice little combination knead, just like so. It's pretty warm, but don't make your mixture too hot. Your liquid, don't make it too hot because it's going to kill the yeast. You want it to be warm. Okay, make sure to get that. All right, now after you do that, make sure you get some flour on a clean surface here and pour out your mixture on top of that flour, and we're going to go in and give it a good knead for about 10 minutes. Always know when you are baking things like this, and the longer that you knead your dough is the better the result that you are going to have. Whether you're making bread, whether you're making like whatever that consists of baking, muffins, whatever. What you know what me I talk about. Make sure say good. I'll give it a really good knead. Good strong kneading, good strong looking results. Okay, we get that. 10 minutes of that and you're good to go. Now y'all, I hope that you are enjoying the recipes thus far, and I hope that y'all are doing safe, that Rona is still out there. So make sure that you are practicing your social distancing, because the Rona is on the rise, honey. Make sure that you're doing that. Make sure that you're wearing your mask at all times, okay? Because this Rona look like it's here to stay for a while, so just be safe. And I'm trying to do the same thing too, all right? I love you guys, and I'm gonna want you nothing happen to none of them good as them, okay? Now, all right, now in that container, I went in and added some oil. But I added quite a bit of that oil because this particular recipe calls for a lot of oil in that container. So you can't go wrong there. You want to get that same oil and continue to kind of spin that dough, knead that dough in a circular motion. The more oil you have on that is the better the bun is going to be. It's going to soak up the oil, so don't worry. It's going to be just fine. Just make sure that you're following this step right here, just like I'm doing here, okay? Don't miss a step. Don't miss it. Good. Just keep doing this right here. You're going to have perfect result. Now, after it looks pretty much like that, you want to give it a nice little wrap up. Wrap it up nice and tight. And we are going to allow this to sit in a very dark, warm area and allow it to rise. I want this thing to rise at least 3 times the size. So just sit it aside and make it rise for about an hour. If you need more time, go ahead and do so. But an hour later, that is what it looked like, and it rise beautifully. Beautifully. Just find a nice little warm place in your kitchen where suits you, because yeast love dark, warm area. Okay, so yeah, look at that. That rise so good, so perfect. The texture is totally different from when you are making a bread. Totally different. So be sure that you are following this step if you want to have the perfect HTB bun in your kitchen. Now moving right along, I went back and added just a tad more bit of flour on my surface here and poured out my bun mixture just like so. Gave it a nice little knead again for about 5 minutes this time. That's all it needed. 5 minutes of kneading time. And it felt so good in the palm of my hands. Perfect. It was just right. Perfect. You can know when it's right, you know, just by the texture. You feel it. You feel it. You know when you're going to have the perfect bun. It just feels right to you. Now, what I did next was cut it into 2 hopefully equal parts. We never get it equal at no time. But that's how I did it. Eyeball it. And I'm going to make a total of about 8 buns here. And of course you could get more bun out of it, but I wanted some nice size buns, okay? Now I'm going to show you how I form my bun, and it don't have to be perfect, but you do have to get it into a circle, a nice little ball, and this is how I do it. Palm of my hand, I give it a nice little knead and a nice little spin, just like if I was making dumpling with another pot. That's how I'm doing it here. Just like that. That looks really good. Perfect, perfect. And then on my baking tray right here, all I did was spray some butter on there and just put it on there and set it aside. Now I'm going back in and I'm going to show you once again how to form your dough for your bun. Okay, goodie, as another friendly reminder, please share the recipes, y'all. It is so important that you share, like, and leave a comment down below, because it really does help the channel to move along, as well as you subscribe. But you have to turn on your post notification settings, because sometimes you don't know that your post notification settings is off, because YouTube automatically turns them off. So be sure to check them and turn them in the off position. That way you will always know when I upload a video, right? It's gonna go ding ding, and you're gonna know that I upload a video. So make sure you check them good, yeah, right? For your girl, do that for your girl, right? Alright, so that is perfect once again, and that is how easy these buns are formed, just like that. Now after you get done forming all of your buns, where you want almost your plan to make, all you're going to do is get a little bit of butter. Melt your butter first and just lay it on top of your buns, like that, just like that. Just get your melted butter. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of cooking oil to it, because it does something drastic to the top portion of my bun, or whatever I'm baking, bread or whatever, right? Loaves, whatever, and you're good to go right here. Now what I'm going to do though, I'm going to cover it once again and just let it go ahead and sit for about 20 to 30 minutes, because I want to allow the dough to rise once again, so it give me that nice little texture that I need on the inside of my bun. But that is what it looks like, honey, and it's already smelling off the chain good, off the chain good. I do hope you're enjoying this recipe. I really do hope so. Now after that couple of minutes go by, that is what it looks like. You want to pop these in a preheated oven only, and let these bake for about 30 minutes. All right, 30 minutes, because you don't want to over bake it and make it come dry and trashy like some of them on the shelf. Now after that 30 minutes go by, you want to go in and add some more butter on top. Right as you take it out of the oven, when it's really hot, you go ahead and apply your butter, or like I said before, you could add a cooking oil and butter combination, and it is going to give it a really nice topping, nice texture. But don't miss this step, it is critical for your bun. Once you make this bun goodie, you will never buy bun again at any store. I got you with your HTB bun and cheese. I got you, boo. I got you. I'm have you every time straight. If you want any of those authentic things to remind you about yard, just let me know. I'm gonna make it every time. Okie dokie. The thing is looking nice. After I get done doing that, I am going to allow it to just sit and chill until it's nice and cold. We don't want to eat this when it's hot. You want to eat it all the next day when it's stale, or 2 days later. But this is what I do sometimes to give it that extra little softening on the top. While it's still hot, you go ahead and get a plastic wrap, and this is totally optional, but while it's still hot, you get your plastic wrap and just cover it just like that. Just cover it with a plastic wrap nice and tight, seal it up, and just leave it there until the next day when you are ready to eat. The bun are gonna taste immaculate. 5-star bun we are talking about in our Jamaican kitchen. 5-star, nothing less. We're not talking about 4-star and 3-star, them other star there. A 5-star we are talking about, right? Make sure you do this recipe good, because you will never look at bun the same after you do this. No more bun you buy, as long as you have your girl by your side. Alright, now next day when I go back, my bun ready. Now look what happened when I removed the plastic. You see that? That is gorgeous. Nice, soft, spongy Jamaican HTB bun in your own kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Delicious. And my house smells so good. It smells off the chain, better than any bakery. Now look at that. Look at my bun. Look at my bun. My HTB bun. Lord, the thing soft and smell good. Smell good. And with some cheese on that, you can have that with butter too. When I was growing up, I used to eat it with butter enough time. But no, honey, we are going to slap some cheese up into that goodness. Even with some milk. I used to love bun and cheese and a nice glass of milk. No get no better than that. I was in bun heaven with that. Look at that, honey. That is your bun right there. Your HTB bun. All done. Now let me show you what this thing looks like when you're slicing at it and slap a cheese in it as well. Just go ahead and just put it so that gummy. Oh my goodness. Just put that cheese up in that thing. That thing is soft. You want to be able to squish it in your hand. Squish it. When you put the cheese in that, just squish it, squash it. It's soft and yummy. And moist. I can just taste it right now. It's so good. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. That is what you call homemade HTB bun and cheese in my kitchen. It not get no better than this. Look at that, y'all. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The thing smells so good. I mean, not say it smells good enough. I tell you, say it smells good enough. And not only smell good, but taste good. Soft, spongy, mushy, not too sweet. Just right. Just perfectly right. Very happy, y'all. That is all you make. Bun and cheese in your kitchen. Bun in your kitchen. Hope you like the recipe. Give me a thumbs up, share it with friends and family. Tell them what's going on over here. Spring neck comes, Sunday come. When you get done with that, tell me where you want to see me cook next time in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy!